Hey everybody, welcome to today's flosstube. Today is August 20th. It is 2023. I have some things to show you today because I just got back from going to an antique mall to look for some finishing things. So I've got some things to show you, and I have a whip and I have 4 finishes. I don't have any fully finished. I don't think I've fully finished anything since I talked to you last week, but I do have some things to show you. So we'll start off first by thanking you all for coming to watch my video. I appreciate all of you, the new subscribers and the returning subscribers. And so I just do appreciate you, and I want you to know that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about hitting that thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. And then if you click on the little bell and select all, you will get a notification when I post a new video, which I try to do one every week, but that doesn't always happen because a lot of times I'm camping. I have no trips planned right now until like right before my retreat in September. I will be camping that weekend before that, but it's a long stretch for me to stay home, so I'll probably go somewhere between now and then, but this week it's going to be like 90 degrees, so we're going to wait till that goes away. So I'm going to show you my whip, and this is a Not Forgotten Farm pattern by Lori Brecklin. It is a freebie, and when I showed it on my Facebook and my Instagram, I got a lot of questions of where did it come from, where did I find it, and I could not remember. And I know I showed it on my last floss tube, and I could not remember where I got it from, but I did remember during the week. So this pattern, this is somebody else's finish. This is not mine. This is not Lori's. This is actually done because I found it again. It's by Jane Martin. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing her picture. This is from Prim Stitchers Society, and that's where the freebie is. On Facebook group Prim Stitchers Society, if you go into the files, there's a whole bunch of free patterns, and this one is called Pumpkin Cottage. So this is what I have done so far. And I'll show you again the picture of Jane's finish. And then this is what I have. Now Jane had changed the colors, so I wish I'd went with her colors at the top because this part right around here is a little bright for me, so I'm going to be coffee staining that. It's got mistakes in it for sure. So I've only been stitching for like 9 months, but I know some of you have been stitching for years and you still make mistakes, so I don't feel too bad. But this part right here, I think this top row is supposed to be 1 row higher, because if you look right here on the K, it's 1 row closer to that border than it's supposed to be. So I'm not taking it out. I don't think anybody would know. And then down here, this is the cloud from the, I guess from the chimney of the house. And it's got mistakes in it too, which I'm going to leave because I don't think anybody would know. It is, parts of it are like over 1 instead of over 2 because I miscounted somewhere. And this is Osnaburg, which is like a 40 count. And that makes it even harder to find your mistake. So I don't think, like I said, that anybody's going to notice it. And this is going to be for me, and I don't plan on selling it. So I'm going to leave it and not worry about it. So probably today I will start on the saltbox house, and that should be finished by next week. But we shall see, because I've got some things going on in here that I want to do. If I can break myself away from doing the cross stitch, because it's just so relaxing to just sit in a chair. So I have a question for you. If you do other crafts, other stitching things or making things besides cross stitch, do you have a hard time pulling yourself away from the cross stitch to do the other things? Because I'm going to show you some other things that I want to do. I just have to like force myself to step away from the cross stitch and do the other things, because I think part of it is like I have to be in here at the craft table and I have to get up and down and do all this different stuff and cut and piece and everything. And with the cross stitch, I just sit in my recliner and stitch. So it's part of a laziness thing, I think, for sure. Let me know if you ever deal with that. So I do have a finish, not a full finish, but this is Pinker and Pumpkin. And this is the one that got the most votes to do for the Smalls Exchange. And it is finished, but it is not fully finished. And that is my finish. I love how it turned out. And I went to the antique store today and get some better light on it. I went to the antique store today in hopes to find something to mount this on, and I did find something, but if I had put it together like as the way that I was imagining, it would not have been a small. It would probably have been, it was a basket with a handle on the top and then a flat back, so it would have been pretty big. And from what I'm told, the smalls are supposed to be within a 6x6 range. So I may just make it into a little pillow, or I may use do something else for the small and keep this for myself. I'm not sure. But that is a Pinker and Pumpkin freebie. In case you didn't see the last video, this is it's called the Old Crow Salt Box. And this is her information. All of her patterns are free. So you can get that information. You know, if you just put in salt box, gosh, you're going to come up with a ton. She's got Valentine's one, Christmas ones, fall ones, summer ones, all kinds of free salt box house patterns on her blog. So, and then I have 3 punch needle finishes. So these are not completely finished either. And I just spoke to the person that I'm doing them for. And we have some finish ideas. So I will be sure to at least take a picture of them when they're completely finished. Should be this week. And what I'll try to do, if I remember, is to do like a video clip talking that I can insert into my next floss tube, because these will be shipped by then, I hope. So this one, these are all from With Thy Needle on Thread, Brenda Gervais. And this one is called Button Weeds and Bittersweet. And her website is countrystitchesonline.com. And this is the finish for that one. So you can tell the size. It's about as big as the pattern. Now, this one still gets buttons on it. If you can see at the end of the vines there, there's 3 places. You see the buttons. Trying to get that glare off there, which I'm going to let her do. The person I did these for is for the shepherd's needle, and I'm sure she's got lots of buttons. My buttons don't usually match because they're just thrown in a tin, and they're all different sizes and colors. So I'm going to let her take care of that one. The next one is Bittersweet and Broomsticks. Again, Brenda Gervais. And a long time ago, she sent me this for something else. And I didn't think that it was right for it because it wasn't primitive, the thing that she was thinking of putting on here. So I've had this because I forgot to send it back to her. But I'm thinking this is what we have talked about doing, is this going on here. But first I'm going to paint this black and then distress it so that it will match the punch needle pattern. But that is Bittersweet and Broomsticks. And the third one, this is something that I got today at the antique mall. I found this awesome basket. Do you see how big that is? I put it next to my head. It's huge. And it's real thin, and it, can hang on the wall. So this was $12.99 at the antique mall. And it's got the flag pattern on there, if you can see that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it for this, which is the third pattern. It's called Halloween at Raven's Hollow. And I'm going to put it on here, but what I'm going to do first is alter this basket. So what I do when I use baskets for things like this is I spray paint it with black spray paint. The spray paint will get into all the nooks and crannies. And then I'm going to take a burnt orange try to match this color right here. And I'm going to paint the basket with the burnt orange, and then I will put an antiquing brown over top of it. And just, you don't have to distress it because you just kind of dry brush it. And then this will go on there. Now, I have another one that I did that the basket, I'll insert a picture here. The basket is a little big for the punch needle piece. It's from an old tattered flag pattern. So what I did is I put a piece of fabric behind it to fill up that space. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on this. We're going to see what it looks like without it. And then if I think that it needs to be filled in around it a little more, we'll see how it looks with a piece of fabric before I actually attach this. So that is a decision that will be made after the basket is painted. But that's what this is going to go for. So think outside the box, look at the stores and see what you can find. So those are my 4 finishes. So next thing is I try to share some freebies with you. I don't have any freebies this week, but I do have some patterns that I bought. And these first 2 that I'm going to show you, I don't know if I'll ever even make them. I just don't know. But they were really cute, so I bought them. This one is called Retro Camper, and it's from livingontherainbow.etsy.com, and it is a pincushion. But because of what you have to do to make it, I don't know that I'll ever really take the time to do that. But let me see if I can show you something here without showing you the pattern. No, it's not, because the rest is online. This actually printed out. It was like 16 pages, and there's no way I'm going to print 16 pages. So I printed the actual pattern, which is, let me see, 1, 2, I think I printed 5 patterns. But when it came to the directions, I just left them in a file on my Google Drive, and I will look at them online on the computer when if I actually make this, and I'll just look at them then without printing them out, because that's a lot of pages to print out. Let me give you that in case you want it. There's the website for you to get that. It is super cute, and I kind of got caught up in the moment, but I don't know if I'll ever make it. And then this one, Cross Stitch Foxy on Etsy. Camping is my favorite therapy. This one also, there's the information at the bottom. This one also had a ton of pages. I mean, it was like they split. It's not that big. It's really small. But they split each little section into a page on the directions. So, again, I did not print all that out. It says it's 124 by 121, so she stitched it on 14 count Aida, and it would be 8.8 inches wide by 8.6 inches high, so it's not that big. And then I'm going to show you this because I didn't look at this, but it says check for free patterns, and it has the website on there. So you can check that out right under where it's highlighted orange, and check that out if you want to look for free patterns. She had, a few camping patterns. I thought that would be cute if I can find a place for it in my camper. But again, I did not print all the pages out. I just printed out what I needed. And I'm going to, I'll show you part of it, but one page, it does fit on there. So I'm not sure why there were all the other pages that were split up, but anyway, that one I will probably make. The pincushion, I'm not sure. Now, let's talk about the new designers, because the Camping Stitcher is now a pattern designer. She has 3 patterns out, and I bought the first one that she posted. I watch her videos all the time. And this one is called The Stitcher's Prayer. And you can find it in her Etsy shop. I think you can read that clearly. But I love this one. Definitely want to stitch this one. I'm not sure when I'll get to it, but I definitely like this one. I think it was $8 in her Etsy shop. And It says, now I sit down in my chair, my needle floss and fabric there. I stitch and calm my busy mind whenever I can find the time. Now, it doesn't have the measurements on here. I probably need to print another page because I didn't even print the color chart. So I'm going to have to look at my files because I only have this one and the chart. So I'm going to have to look for the color chart page. But definitely check out the Camping Stitcher and check out her Etsy shop, which it's not on here, but if you go to Etsy, you know what? I'll find the link and I'll post it down below in the description box for you. Okay, so also for my retreat, if you're new here, I'm hosting a camping and stitching retreat September 25th to 28th in Western North Carolina in Waynesville, and it is very close to Asheville, which a lot of people know where that is. And for door prizes, I have gotten some donations. So the Nebby Needle, Bonnie, has the same LNS as I do. So if we go there on Saturdays, I often see her there when I go, and she has graciously donated 3 patterns for our giveaway. So I picked, she let me pick, and I picked 1 fall, 1 winter, and then 1 every day. So these are called Gather Ye Acorns. Let's see if I can get closer here. So these patterns are available. You can order them from Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City, Tennessee. Bonnie does not have a website to order them, so you have to get them from an LNS. And the next one is Dance by the Light of the Moon, and it has the snowman on it. I thought that one was cute for winter. And the third one is called Farm Life Sampler, and this is one of her newer patterns. So I got that one as an everyday pattern. So thank you, Bonnie, for donating these. And I guess I can ask you another question. So if you were going to a retreat and I had things like this, we are going to do bingo, and I'm going to have some things laying out on the table that the winners can go up and pick what they want. But I think I'm going to do door prizes. Tell me your thoughts on that, like just putting names in the hat and picking out names for door prizes, or should we just do the bingo prizes? So tell me your opinion on that, what you think of that, because this is my first retreat. Now, speaking of the retreat, I have your safety in mind, and I have to show you. I bought this because on Facebook in one of the groups, I posted and said, what do you like to get like in your goodie bags when you go to a retreat? And there was one guy on there, he said, honestly, you may kick me out, but I just like a Snickers bar. So I bought this bag, and these are little fun-sized ones. But just so that you know that I have your safety in mind, I have taste tested these for you and let you know they're okay. I didn't get sick. I didn't die. There may or may not be any of these left by the time the retreat comes around. But if there's not, I'll make sure I get another bag. I just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about your safety, you know. Okay, so today I went, as I said, to the antique mall. And this is one of the things I got for finishing. This is very much, it's darker than what it's showing on the camera, but it's an old vintage tea kettle. It is really old. It's not a what do they call it? Reproduction. It is old. So I got this, and I was thinking that a punch needle would look really cool going across here. So that's what I got that for. I always try to have like different kinds of finishes. And 2 other things that I got, and these are just for me, for my, when I do my fall display in my living room. I got these 2. Now, part of this is covered up. All these is empty cans. There's no top on them. It's just, you know, it's hollow. These are empty cans, like, you know, vegetables, soup, whatever. And the crafter spray painted them black. And then she just put homespun fabric on it. And these labels you can buy on Etsy. She printed them out and then put the homespun fabric and some twine around the top. So super easy. This one has a different fabric, primitive fabrics. So this would be so easy to do. And they were, this is paper. So they were $5.95 each, which I bought them even though I could make them because I don't really want to make them. And I'd rather do my other stuff. And I figured I would, support another crafter. So they have safety pins because that's where the tags were. But simple, easy idea if you wanted to make these. So, but you can buy all kinds of labels on Etsy and get those. I don't know if you can get them on eBay or not. I also got some more pip berries because I never have enough pip berries. I use them for a lot of things. And these were, well, the tags are gone. They have stars on them. I think they were $2.99 each, but I got 2 of them. But I put those in baskets a lot. And then I got this cool basket. Isn't that neat? It was $15. I'm probably going to paint it because I like to paint stuff. I don't really like natural wood. I like painted. So I have a shelf in my dining room area that I'll post a picture of here. It has 3 pegs on it, and I never know what to put on those pegs. It always just looks empty to me. But I thought I could put this on the middle peg and then put like a little pin keep, maybe a little primitive doll or something sitting in there. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I think I'm going to do something seasonal with it. So I will maybe paint it like a dark barn red or something. I don't know, but I really like it. It's very unique. I've never seen one like this. And because it's flat on the back, I can hang it easily on that peg rack. So then I went to Dollar Tree and I got some of these. They had 5 of them in stock and I got all 5. So I'm going to insert a picture here of an idea that I have. It's a pattern that is for sale. It's actually on Etsy and she's having a sale right now, that pattern company. And I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it down below here. And I'm not going to do what she has done. Well, she had put like the pattern calls for like a heart on top. And I have a different idea, but I have made these before. I'll show you a picture of a whole bunch that I made before of what I did with these. And when I used to have a booth in a store and I sold them like crazy, but I haven't made them in many years. But I'll show you what I'm going to do with these. And then I'm going to put something different on top. So this is one of those things that if I stop doing cross stitch, I could get something else done. But I'm not sure I want to stop. And then I have another special project that I have in mind. And this is from Robin at Bird in the Hand Primitives. She just bought a new house and she showed her rooms all decorated. And my eye caught this one thing up on top of a shelf. And I asked her to send me a close-up of it. So these are wool flowers. And I told her she should make them into a pattern. But I have so much wool in this cabinet back here. I have like 2 shelves of wool. So I went camping last weekend. I took all this with me. And I was going to make all these flowers. And I even drew it out with a Sharpie on all different kinds of fabric. And then I have, this is what I'm going to do. So I have all these different colors. So I'm going to, this is all drawn on like these. It's for a special project that is for later. And as for the circles here, I also have a template to do different size circles, but I have so much wool and I have a bag full of scraps and I think they're going to be really cool. And I took them camping with me last weekend, but it was so hot and humid. My friend and I just didn't feel like sitting there working with wool and cutting anything out or sewing. so we didn't. And that was when we had the thunderstorm too. So I still have them here, and they're in front of me. I look at them all day, every day, and I think, oh, I need to do those, but I keep cross-stitching. Plus, I did the 3 punch needles within a week. Punch needle was really quick. As you see, I got those 3 done within a week. It's so much faster than cross-stitch. So those are my plans. I need to finish this cross-stitch that I'm working on, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. And you know that my stuff is, and I talked last week about putting my things in the fair, the county fair. This is the fair that they are in, and it opens tomorrow. And I am going, it is in Gray, Tennessee, which is near Johnson City. Here's the address. So if you're there, if you're in that area, look for my stuff. And hopefully it all has ribbons on it. But I'm going to go on Thursday the 24th because that is senior day. And you get in for $5 instead of $10. So that's the day I'm going. But there is going to be Zach Williams, Joe Nichols, Scotty McCreery, Chase Beckham, Travis Denning, Josh Turner, and Ellie King are the shows that are going to be there. So if you're in the area, definitely check that out. And I have one more thing to talk about. I had a giveaway last week. All you had to do was put in a comment, and it's for a $5 gift card. And the winner is, this is for an Amazon gift card. And the winner is Teresa Chuckle. Teresa, send me an email. Let me know that you see this, and I will get you your Amazon gift card. All right, everybody, I think I am not going to do anything this week, but please leave me a comment and let me know what you're doing, what you're working on, what you're stitching, and so we can all look it up to see if we want to stitch it. I love reading comments. I answer every one of them, and it helps my algorithm if you leave a comment and hit the thumbs up. So I will see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching, and stay cool this week. It's going to be a hot one. See you next time. Bye. Hi guys, I forgot to tell you a couple things. One thing I wanted to show you is my shirt. This is for the retreat, and I'm going to put a link for the retreat information down below in case you don't know about it. I did wash it, and it's still a little bit big, but I don't want it to be tight. So this is a large. I think it must be a unisex shirt because a woman's large isn't normally loose like this. But I like it. It's comfortable. And somebody had asked me, they sent me a message and said, has my shirt shipped yet? And I just want to let you know, the shirts you're not ordering from me. You're ordering from a third-party vendor. And so you order directly from her. So any questions about your shirt or delivery, you would need to contact her at her website. And the other thing I wanted to insert here is some people have asked me about some picture, this blessed one here, and someone else asked me about the crow. And I keep forgetting to insert pictures of them. The blessed sign is actually not a stitch. It's not a punch needle. It's a sign from Hobby Lobby. The crow is a punch needle, and it is a old tattered flag pattern. I believe it was a freebie at one time. I don't know if it still is or not, but I'll insert a close-up here so you can see them. I'll see y'all next time, everybody. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and I will be glad to answer them. Thanks. Bye.